Enzo Fernandez, what's going on? What's actually going on? Because I don't understand. This guy has always been on Chelsea's, like most of Chelsea fans, bad book. Like for a couple of weeks now, he has been something I'll call the scapegoat for the bad performances. Because, you know, yes, he granted an interview lately and another one, and it has been Enzo Fernandez, Enzo Fernandez, Enzo Fernandez. And now, before we talk about the first interview he granted before the international break, let me quickly talk about the one that he made, I think, just 3 hours ago, with Marcus Gibbs. Yeah, because a lot of people thought it was Spider Car. Yeah, it is Marcus Gibbs. Fabrizio Romano also reported the, what's it called, the news, where he talked about he likes the city of Madrid. Yeah, so let me quickly just read out, and the interview, like what the interview is all about. And Fernandez said that he wants to return and would like to return to River Pirates. And that was where he started from in the future. But while he's in good shape, you understand, like when he's in a good shape, he wants to return to River Pirates. That's where he started his footballing career. And when they asked him what place he likes to play to live in, like underline the word live in, he said he likes Madrid. Not Real Madrid, Madrid. And it was what place? Do you understand? Yeah. So what would be like to see, the further goes on that, what would it be like to see Enzo Fernandez in a Real Madrid shirt? You understand? And he didn't say anything concerning that. And during this international break, we saw another news of one of the journalists asking his wife that would she like to live in Madrid or something, and she replied, she said, well, Madrid is a very good place, but he love life in London, you understand? So, and the first interview where he talked about the change of manager, the performance, and all of those things, but a lot of Chelsea fans were just on his neck. And now before Godwin, before I bring you in, let me quickly read one of the reactions from the Chelsea fans on X, on Twitter, and it's one of the big names on X, Vince, Blue Footy. Yeah. That guy was all about Chelsea and all of this. So he said, people can't be making excuses for Enzo Fernandez by saying the club is not doing well. So he can talk as he likes. Now, man, that's setting a bad example. He's the vice captain. If he wants to leave, he doesn't need the squad or the world to know. Whichever way you spin it, it's disrespectful to the squad, to the club, and the fans. Even if the club isn't doing well, players have to carry themselves with dignity and respect. Respect the club until they leave. Imagine if 70% of the squad did the same because the club isn't doing well. What would you say? Or do you think if 70% of the squad leaves, we can rebuild this squad again in 2 years, even if we spend all the money in the world? Enzo can leave if he wants, but he needs to do better for the sake of his teammates, fans, and the club. That's Vince, on X. And under the comment section, a lot of Chelsea fans were like, he should leave. That Chelsea doesn't need him. Well, what has he even done for Chelsea? All of that. But then let's talk about this Enzo Fernandez, because it has been a lot of Enzo Fernandez in recent weeks, coupled with Chelsea bad performance. So, what do you think about all of this?
Well, the journalists, I think they are doing their job.
Exactly.
They are doing their job. This is what would keep going for you, for you to still keep being relevant.
Yeah.
But Enzo Fernandez, you see, especially after the PSG game, the initial one he did when they asked him if he would still be at Chelsea next season, and he was like, he doesn't know. Let's see how the season will be.
Yeah.
There's the World Cup. Okay, there's still the end of the season, and there's the World Cup.
There's still Club World Cup. He also made mention of that.
There's still Club World Cup ahead, exactly, and we'll then see. Well, for me, I think it's two ways, because I feel like Enzo Fernandez is a Chelsea, like he's speaking the mind of the fans. Yeah. You understand? Because at the moment, nobody in that squad can really come out and say, oh, things are not going well. Because you saw how everything, me personally, I know a lot of Chelsea fans. especially online, the TikTok creators, they were excited when Maresca left.
Yeah.
To a point.
Yeah.
But for me, I felt like Maresca leaving wasn't the right option for me. And it felt like that for Enzo Fernandez also because we were moving in that direction. Yes, Maresca did not have the best of results towards that time. We were drawing, losing, and everything. But I just felt like you needed to back this man, not sack him. Now you've sacked this man, you brought in this new manager, and okay, the new manager have tried his best. It has been not so bad, but even when he came, even when he was winning those games, I was still like
against the smaller,
the
lower
small boys, the Brentford, and if you remember those games, I was being very critical. I was like, in every of these games we've been winning, we were not controlling these games.
Yeah, it was coming from
it
behind.
was always okay. We are losing. We were never in control. And even the last game we kept clean sheet, Brentford game. I still remember that game.
Yes.
They played us all through that game. They were all on us. We'll see now. This game in March will really tell who this Liam be. And the game we don't swallow ourselves now. You understand? Now, me, I believe that there's no smoke without fire. You get? For Enzo Fernandez to come out and to show us that okay, yes, I'm sure this is what Chelsea fans want. This club is not moving in the right direction. And I feel very sorry for him. I know that yes, it hasn't been so professional because I felt like Enzo Fernandez should be professional. To a point, I felt like the first interview for me, or was it the first or the second one that he was talking about? I think it was the second one. He was talking about Maresca, that the club.
Yeah, it was after the PSG game.
Yeah, he talked about the Maresca and he was like, oh, the club was moving and now we have a new coach and everything. Everybody's not happy. We don't know what's going on. To me, I felt like, okay, you need to be professional here. Trust me, this is still Chelsea. Yeah. In as much as, yes, we know that you are the vocal man. On the pitch, you show it. You saw the game against PSG, which Rich James is not that man. You saw him, how he was screaming on jogging, saying, why playing it out? Why you wanting to play back when they are all pressing you and everything? But still, I still believe you need a bit of professionalism in this. You are still a professional player. You just don't come out and slander your team just like that. You can make an interview just like how Gusto did.
Are we going to call that slander? Because that's obviously what.
Obviously. And that's why I said he's speaking for Chelsea fans. But still, I still feel like to a point it's more like a disrespect to we the Chelsea. To we as a Chelsea football club.
What do you think if someone like James have said something like that? Do you think it's gonna
Rich James would not even I don't think so.
The picture.
Yeah.
If it was
will he be slandered? Will he be slandered like this?
Yes. Will he be having this kind of reaction from Chelsea fans?
Well, it depends. I know Rich James is always in the good book of Chelsea fans. I'm sure they would have supported him rather than this. Because a lot of Chelsea fans say Enzo Fernández anywhere where you won't go, they go. If Madrid, they go. Anyhow, but I'm sure Rich James, it might not have been like this because now everybody loves Rich James. Yeah. So that's just the thing. So for me, professionalism should have been at least attached to that interview to a point. I know, yes, this is out of South American blood. I came here to win. You guys told me we'll come here and win and see as everything is going. No structure. A manager is coming in
just for maybe 4 years and 5 managers already.
You get it. So manager is coming in, players are coming in, and like it's all looking like we are being stopped. We are not progressing. And he's coming out being vocal and telling the world that me, I don't tire for years. You understand? Me, I don't know what's happening here. And you don't go blame him.
Okay, well, I want to make reference to John Terry. There's one of his interviews I saw lately, and we were talking about the days of Rafa Benitez as a Chelsea manager, where Benitez was always talking about Liverpool. In Liverpool, it was like this, it was like. Then Terry was like, "Come on, man, you can't be talking about Liverpool every time. This is Chelsea Football Club." So, and he had, I think, the following game, Terry was dropped, wasn't played, it was not part of the starting 11, and I think they lost the game or something like that. He told, "This is Chelsea." I think they lost a game, and Benitez was like, they have to move on. It's a game of football. Then Terry said, "This is Chelsea. Moving on from a loss is not part of our DNA. Exactly. We want to win."
Exactly.
And it caused a lot of issues in the dressing room, and at the end of the day, Benitez was like, so I feel like it's just like a captain trying to do what is best for his team.
Okay.
And I feel like a lot of Chelsea fans need to calm down. Now, this recent interview that is now gaining traffic online, it was talking about where else. The question was, where would you like to live? And he said Madrid. Now we need to understand something. This is utter football fans. We don't just talk about football. We educate people. You need to understand that in as an Argentina player, there's every tendency for you to love things about Spain, because Spain and Argentina, they have a lot of things in common. He said in that interview, Madrid, have something more like Buenos Aires, which simply means, good wind, fair air, something like that, And we need to understand that Spain colonized Argentina, right? So yes, they speak the same language, just little change in that language. They have the same, religion, culture. This Roman Catholic, this thing. The family lifestyle, they are even food, down to food. They have a lot of things that are similar. The architecture of Spain is more like the one of the capital city of Argentina. So it is very, very normal for an Argentina player to love Spain. So you guys need to calm down. Chelsea fans, you need to calm down, because I feel like Enzo Fernández is just more like a scapegoat. And we saw that even during the time of Mason Mount. Because there was a time Chelsea fans was just like, is Lampard's son, this and that. And this guy was one of Chelsea's best players back then. But they were just on him, all over him. So, and this issue with Bruno Fernandes is saying, for me, I feel like he's saying what everybody should be saying right now. Because just imagine the past 4 years or 5 years, it has been 5 managers. And now Chelsea is going from Tuchel, right? From Tuchel, you came to Potter. That's a downgrade to me. No disrespect to Graham Potter, but it's a big downgrade. From Potter, Lampard took over the season. From Lampard, Bruno Santo came in even just for 1 month. And after then, you went back to Pochettino. Well, an upgrade to me. If you ask me to upgrade from Potter, Maresca. From Maresca, another downgrade to Liam, because I don't get it.
Where's the club going to be?
The players are human beings. No matter how much you want to spin it, you want to say it's they have to be more professional, they have to be this, they have to be that. They are still human beings. Because I could remember when Pochettino left Chelsea, the following day, Jackson was like, the training was just so dull. Everyone was just so calm, because maybe I don't know, Pochettino could have been like more like a father figure to them, and I feel like the same thing is happening with Maresca. Those guys, I think they love Maresca already. So I don't know.
So one with him.
So now let's move on. What do you think is the actual problem of Chelsea going from there?
Well, it's glaring. I feel like anybody coming to blame, I've always said this. Anybody coming to blame the manager, the players, and everything, you are really wasting your time. It's very glaring. These American owners, I think I read some more about it. They are the owners of Liverpool. So I think Americans owns Liverpool and also owns Arsenal. And I still remember those years when they were doing some crazy business with Liverpool. Liverpool goes to the transfer window and they will sign about 11 players. 11 players, and they will split it, maybe 12 million, 11 million, maybe the highest might just be 20 something million. They will sign average men. Liverpool finish the season maybe 9th, 8th.
Yeah, those
days. You understand? But they started understanding the game that, you cannot keep signing these little boys. They will not win you anything. They might win you matches. Probably they might get you top 4, and it ends there. You get it? For me, our greatest undoing is looking like our greatest undoing, because it be like we close our eyes. Now that club was cup. Because the owners now are looking like, okay, if you win games, you win trophy, maybe just win some trophies, these fans will calm down.
So are you saying the Conference League is not part of what we should be talking about?
No.
Because we just talk about the Club World Cup.
Yeah, you should know the conference. We are not supposed to be playing there. It's not where I'm meant to be. I have warned this man that do not try that thing. That Conference League, I don't follow them go there. If they go there, I don't follow them this season. I know they play. Tell them we are not playing. you should put another people there. Because how? You understand?
Your badge.
With this badge, Conference League, Thursday night, third tier European football. We are not meant to be there. And that is where we find ourselves with these owners.
Yeah.
That's where we find ourselves with these owners. You come to it, they have come in and they have stated all they want. They have stated what they want to do. They said, okay, this is more like businesses. Or business rather. We are not here to if you put it logically, their aim has actually succeeded. Especially with the business they are planning on doing, because they've signed some players and they have sold.
Everybody wants the met.
You understand? Everybody wants the met. You get it? And they have made some good profit with it. So their business idea has worked. But this is not a personal business. This is a football club.
Yeah.
You get it? This is a football club that is attached to the fans.
Yeah, emotions.
This is like the fans are part of this business. You get it? So you cannot come in and just say it's business you want to do. You want to buy players and sell them. And now it's even backfiring to a point at this moment, because now the youngsters you've signed these days or in recent times, you've signed Gittins, you've signed Ganucci, and with the trajectory of how they are playing, I'm not sure you're going to get profit from these guys. With how they are playing, Gittins has been, I don't know how many goals he's had this season. He has been injured for like, I don't even know when Gittins played the last match. Garnacho, well, we see him here and there, but you know how inconsistent. Well, I don't even want to say because you know how bang below average he is. For me, I don't even think he's average yet. So these players are not going to give you your money. They're not going to give you that profit that you want as it is. You put in wage structure. I just ponder on this thing. Many times I go just there, especially now when we say football not today. I'll just ponder and I go ask myself, how do we want to compete on big stages? We're just disgraced how many days ago? We never recover. At least now waiting to open all Chelsea fans dies. 8-2. Like it hasn't happened. And that's to tell you, when we go against these big guns, they would massacre us. I said it the other time, since these owners came in, we haven't won a competitive match against Arsenal. Since these owners came in, we haven't won a competitive match against Man City. That's to tell you, like, match where we say 11-11, EF, anywhere, we haven't won. That's to tell you how terrible it has been since they came in. Maresca came in and he'd be like, say, the conference, but Pochettino came in. Okay, now a manager comes in and I don't know whether they don't want progress, because I feel Pochettino came in and okay, the last few games of the season, he won it. Back him, you say no. Maresca did the same. Back him, you say no. Why are you not backing your managers? Do you want the progress for this team, or is it regression you want? Because they won't say, I'm trying to make it logical to me, because I feel if you are a business owner, you want your business to succeed. Why are you being so backward and being so regressed with your decision and everything?
Recently I saw news on, rumor on players Manchester United want to go for. I see the likes of Tunani, see the likes of Walton, Elliot Anderson, and I'm like, okay, if Chelsea wants to sign, we know where they are going for Brazilian under 18. All of it. And how do you expect to compete against players like Tunani? It's actually very clear. And I feel like the majority of Chelsea problem this season, and even in recent seasons, have been their backline, the CB. And now, Maresca talked about this, demanded for a CB. And you said no. And I feel like majority of the managers that will come to Chelsea, if they didn't change this pattern, are going to be bang agreement, because I don't think any big manager will want to come to a team where you be the one to decide which player you are going to buy you players and you also be the one. I don't think it's gonna work.
How?
Because that's the point. Maresca, I don't think, even if he wants to come back, he's not going to take that. You should, and that was the reason why Pochettino left. Maresca also left. So I feel like that's the thing. Players will only come, managers rather, will only come to Chelsea to come and build up their CV themselves. Just Chelsea and you are gone. But then, so now, let me just ask you. Okay. Let me ask you. So if Abramovich is coming back. Let's assume Abramovich wants to take Chelsea. Like there's an opening for him to come back to come and have Chelsea. Would you?
Is that supposed to be is there supposed to be any other option aside yes? Morgan back saying, sir, please, we have missed you. Because
As much as I feel like the Blue Co, the Clear Lake, the Topoli, and the likes, I feel like in the beginning they have a very good, you trying to build a team where the players grow together. I think that's the vision. I think that's what they told the likes of Enzo Fernández, because when they were talking about project, I think that's what they said. And they need to understand that every of your buys cannot be like Kopama. Kopama, I feel like in all of this buying, Kopama has been the only one I can say, okay, so you need to understand this is Chelsea Football Club, right? You need to just follow the pattern, what you met on ground. You can't just come in and change everything all of a sudden overnight. So, well, Chelsea fans, Chelsea owner, you need to see this video and you need to, embrace the reality. And I feel like you guys should be easy on Enzo Fernández. He's saying your mind, in my opinion. But if you think otherwise, you can also drop your opinion and what you think about Enzo Fernández interview and the way the thing is going. You can just drop your opinion on the comment section. I'll be there to interact with you. We'd love to interact with you in the comment section.